I'm not sure if people in general are familiar with this expression, meltdown. Now, not speaking about an actual nuclear meltdown, but this is an expression more or less commonly used within popular psychology. You know, I like popular things. I'm a populistic kind of guy, I might say. Perhaps not really as complex as I sometimes pretend. Easy reading is my bag, my cup of tea. Most people, I believe, if you would ask the average guy, which, as you may guess, is not me. I'm really not that average after all. Neither complex nor average, somewhere in between. Non-average yet not complex, you might say. So what is this meltdown? Look, please come back on the track. Asking this average guy, not me, someone else, what is a meltdown? I have no idea. And you go ask the next person. Sooner or later someone will have an idea about this. I believe that they would describe this as sudden outburst of sudden explosive outburst of suppressed emotions, something like that. And watching this from the outside, this will be, you will see some almost theatrical or stereotypical act of madness, insanity. Might also be just collapsing, and in a discreet way, or you can actually collapse in an expressive way too. Well, the most typical one, I would say, is this one, this expressive, outraging type. So, how do we define it? A sudden, explosive outburst of suppressed emotion. So this sounds reasonable, doesn't it? No. I believe I can actually I have no scientific research supporting me, so you may or may not take this seriously, but for me, that's for me. I believe I have reason to trust my own way of looking upon these things. To start with, this is in no fucking way uncontrolled. It's never ever uncontrolled. This is what you might see in movies like Stephen King's Firestarter or something, that this things become too much and her powers run wild, or might be X-Men, Dark Phoenix, being possessed by this power that's so big that she can control it. And you may actually see some kind of parallel, or see this as some kind of inspired by this kind of phenomenon. Still, it's not uncontrolled. Jean Grey might not be able to control the Phoenix Force, but a Meltdown is quite different. And number 2, I would dare say that this is not emotional. Yeah, but this is how can this thing not be emotional? This is about as emotional as things ever get. Well, yes, but no, still it's not, I dare say. And not only is it wrong assuming that it's uncontrolled, it's also wrong assuming that it can't be resisted, it can't be held back. This too is wrong. And finally, I believe this is fine. This is not about things boiling on the inside, especially not emotions. Emotions are involved, but this expression is not emotional. That's what I'm trying to explain. Yeah, but then what is this if it's not emotional, if it's not involuntarily? Is it an action, voluntary action? Not really. Still. So how can this be neither voluntarily or involuntarily? Somewhere in between. You might compare it, I believe, you might compare this to tics. Because people having tics, some of them may be harmless, and as long as this person doesn't feel ashamed about these expressions, then they may actually be enjoyable, pleasant, because they do appear for a reason. It's about handling something, and we also know that in stressful situations, tics tend to become worse, and even worse with increased stress level. And I think this is very comparable, and at high levels there will be more expression in this action. And it's not uncontrolled. So this is control breakdown, actually in a way, and summing things up, this is saying that this is manipulative behavior, theater, acting to make other people scared. Action of will, pretending as if raging or angry or completely mad. Yeah, in a way. Still, no. I'll actually do my best explaining this, and I think that you should actually listen as carefully as you are capable, because I may not be the most interesting person in the world, but this subject itself is a bit interesting, and I do happen to have some insight into this, and I will keep digging up your assholes. Fuckface.